bouncing backs that you've done, okay? The bouncing backs. Okay, that's not proper English. But this is not a proper English lesson. So, because we've bounced back many times. So you want to start looking in out of that, and then you start realizing what your story is. Now, for me, and I'm using this as part of my intro, and I'm going to weave it in there. You see, I'm a mathematician through and through. And I started out as a lecturer. I'm a mathematician. One of my other businesses is Kumon Math and English. But I've not always been your traditional mathematician. I'm this person who always loves kind of helping people figure out the quadratic equations. And out of that is when I started realizing that there is another call. Okay, so I started out as a mathematician. For 18 years, I was a lecturer. That was my job. That is what I knew, and I loved it, and I was good at it. But again, just to quote late George Saitoti, there come a time. There's always something bubbling inside you that you cannot ignore. Something bubbling up inside you that you cannot ignore. That I really loved the class teaching and the inspiring my students, but there was a call for something bigger and higher. And a lot of you, I'm sure you've gone through that there's always a call, there's always something bigger and higher. And the interesting thing is that there always has to be a breakdown before a breakthrough. There always has to be a time in the wilderness where you go through and you start rediscovering yourself. It's the hero's journey, which you go through many, 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 many times. So I've gone through that. And, leaving a well-paying job, with all the fears and jumping into the unknown. When you're leaving a job, people think you're going somewhere, you're going for studies. No, I'm going to start this and this and this. And sometimes you don't even have a game plan for it. So my story is about learning to figure things out. Learning to figure things out. My story is about finding my path. My story is about developing confidence in the worth and the value of the solutions that I offer. Okay. So I've done a lot of stuff and I've struggled to make money. So my story is also about that struggle to make money and that thing of the imposter syndrome where you seem to be doing well, but I'm an author. Okay. I have a nice funky place my place at Kasuku Center and all that, but also a sense of inadequacy and not feeling like you can charge people, you can ask for money, and so on. So I said my story is about figuring things out. Eventually, I started figuring out. And that's the same job that I do today, helping people figure out, helping people sort and sift to discover who they are. Now, I'm saying today, James Karundu Trailblazer Mentor, because the people that I mentor are trailblazers. People with a deep yearning to make a difference in the world and to impact the world. So the Trailblazer Mentor, I've found my tribe, I've found my people, I have called it. For the longest time, I was James Karundu Business Mentor. Just to be sure, business growth mentor, like that. That is what I was wearing and it was fine, but I always felt there's more. And eventually, I had the confidence to one day say Trailblazer Mentor. At first, I was kind of a bit wobbly. And, I'm just a business mentor, like that. But so the whole thing about your story is about embracing your brilliance, embracing that which inside you are. I don't know if I'm speaking to somebody here today. I'm not going to be going through the whole of all the points perhaps today. Today, I just wanted to talk about your story. That your brand is about the inner journey. Your brand is about the bouncing back. Your brand is about the lesson. Your brand is about the key words and phrases and things that resonate with you. I hope that's making sense, perhaps for someone here. I don't know. I would really love to get a sense from someone about what are you getting about this thing of a story as I bring this to an end. That this is about, that the story is one of the stars and it's about embracing it and learning from it. I don't know. Let me hear from somebody. Type on the chat. Give me a thumbs up if that's making sense. And so on and so on. Okay. I just want to get a sense out of that. And this is a 3-day conference. So it's about learning, it's about embracing. Part of the homework is for us to think about all the stars, and I'm not going to go to them, but it's about your story, okay? And I think your story and what you stand for are very, very related. Your story and your stand. Your stand is, again, all this about, uko na msimamo, just looking for better words. There is something which you stand for, and so on and so on. So I just kind of want to leave it there. These are conversations that we can continue in the upcoming sessions, but I want to get a sense that at least that one bit has hit home. I mean, I don't know. I'd love to hear from someone about what are you getting, what's hitting home. This is the kickoff of an inquiry and learning and elevating and so on. So I'd really love to hear from someone in terms of what's coming up. You can type on the chat or you can unmute. As I've shared, for me, my story is a story of, taking bold steps. Again, that's one of my favorite phrases, because I took a jump off a good, well-paying job. My story is about figuring things out. My story is about learning to trust myself, learning to embrace the worth and the brilliance, and especially the God-given talents. My story is about answering a higher call. Okay, so what's your story? Perhaps you've shared with us a little bit, and I'm not so sure about the time, perhaps in terms of how much time I have. Just I want to make sure I don't go overboard and so on.
You're still good on time.
Okay.
Yeah, you have another 11 minutes.
Okay, great, Sawa. So let me hear from. So please type for me on chat. What is your story about? This is not about perfection. It's just about engaging and bringing out. You learn better when you participate. What's your story about? Okay. Let me see. So what's your story? What's your story about? Yeah. So your story is about also the hero's journey that you've gone through, and so on and so on. So, and without pain and struggle, getting lost, there is no story, there's no brand. Your story is what brings about the authenticity about who you are. Your story is about being real and being what is the word when you feel exposed? Perhaps what is that word? It's vulnerable. Yes, thank you. My resilience journey. Thank you, Monica. Excellent. And Monica, I think, was the one who said she's working in, I think something, I'm forgetting what she said. I know that it was financial services and so on. So my resilience journey, excellent, good. That you've had to be resilient. And I love that word. And something of interest, perhaps, that this particular conversation could not have come at a better time in the times that we're in, because these are times of great change, meaning your brand must change out of necessity because everything has changed. Okay. So loving this, my reinvention story, loving that, Susan Kagiri, excellent. Yes, reinventing yourself, Susan. I know you have various passions here and there that you've worked to integrate and to use as reinventing. Mine is purpose clarity, love it. Inner wellness, unapologetic confidence, re-confidence. Yes, thank you, fantastic, love it. And so you had to come up with that. Sorry, that had to be the result of an aha moment. You see, our stories are also about aha moments that we get in the moments of pain. Okay, in the moments of struggle, some clarity kicks in, and then you embrace that clarity, and then that clarity embraces you, and that's how you start getting one of the pillars of the 5-star brand. Okay, thank you, excellent. I'd love to hear from let's see, Jane, Flosia, Joki, Kathy, Alice. Let's participate. Rachel, Naomi, Jane, Tina, please type something, say something. For me, I'm always a mwalimu. I want to get feedback. Let's participate. Because you're here because you want transformation. Transformation happens when you take a bold thing like to participate, to put a comment there. And if you're not feeling vulnerable, as you share this, there's a high chance the transformation is a little bit far. Okay. Transformation happens when we take a step of vulnerability. Okay. So let's see. Okay, great. Mine is a story. Oh, yes, different. Breaking out of the mold. Thank you, Wangeshi. And being taught. I love that. Different. She's already, used one word. Different. Love it. Mine is always figuring things out, because I'm always figuring things out. So love it. Breaking out of the mold and being totally unconventional and true to myself, even if it doesn't seem to be what my peers are doing. This is fantastic. Excellent. So I want to end this this particular bit of the segment, Paps and Friends, with these three things. And I would love for you to write them down, everybody, in capital letters, because this is what your brand is all about. Be yourself. Okay? Be yourself. Do your thing. Do it your way. Be yourself. Do your thing. Do it your way. That is the true test of stepping into your authentic brand. Okay? That is what it all comes down to, those three statements. Be yourself, do your thing, do it your way. And for example, for me, my way is, wanting people to respond. That's me. I'm not this person who just comes and talks, and then you go. You don't know whether people are hearing, listening. My way is saying, hey, Flesia, Nyamo, can I hear from you? That's my way, okay? That's how I do it. I want to engage. I want to speak, okay? So be yourself, do your thing, do it your way. A thumbs up would tell me we have got it. A thumbs up, okay, that's even my way. I say, give me thumbs up. Okay, that's my way. I don't know. Thank you, Ingrid. Excellent. Has this been a fantastic session for you? A thumbs up would be great. And that is me, James, saying my way is I want to see a thumbs up. Okay, play with me here. Thumbs up. Thank you, Flesia. Excellent. Thank you. I hope this has been a fantastic kickoff, Paps. I want to get back to you. And since I'm going to be here for the next few days, I'm still going to be sharing more about those other pillars. Thank you, guys. Let's head back to Paps. Thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's time to elevate. Back to you, Paps.
Yeah, elevate your brand. Thank you, James. That is so powerful. It's just a powerful way of kicking us off. I want us to give him the reaction of the fireworks, that one. Yeah, let's just throw them to him. Yeah, everybody. Yeah, thank you, Tina.
All fireworks, okay.
I don't even know what they are called. They just call them fireworks.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just look like that. Yeah, decorate the screen. This is beautiful.
Oh, loving it.
Just throw them out and to appreciate all the wisdom that is flowing here. Good. Yeah, good job, Kate. Ladies, good job. Yeah, so we're still piling in. I can see guys are still coming on. And before we go on to the next session, I want us to just take some time and breathe. Yeah, so just allow yourself to feel relieved. Maybe this is tense for you and it's reminding you probably things that are not working. Sometimes it reminds you about where you're feeling stuck and frustrated. Yeah, so I just want you to sit up nicely or to stand up nicely. Some of us may be standing up, some of us are driving. Yeah, whatever it is, just find a comfortable posture, and then you can close your eyes if you're not driving. Please, if you're driving, don't close your eyes. We don't want accidents. Yeah, but if you're in a comfortable place, you can close your eyes and just allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in very deeply and out. And I want you to allow yourself to be in your space. Yeah, like from all the conversations we are having here, the brand starts with you. And just allow yourself to feel yourself, feel the space you're in. Yeah, just feel your heartbeat. Yeah, feel your heartbeat and just be aware of being alive to build everything you want. And also to be aware of where you are, even as you're here today, whether you're clueless, whether someone just threw this link and you found yourself here and you're still wondering what's happening. Yeah, just be aware of where you are. And I want you to be aware, first of all the amazing things that have happened in your life so far, from when you were a little girl or a little guy, if there's any other guy apart from James here. Yeah, just be aware. Remember yourself. I was sharing my story when I was a little girl and probably being shamed for who you are. And sometimes those things will build into our brands. You know, sometimes you'll get a bad review and it really crushes you because it starts to feel like it's about you. You just remember, how was your childhood? What were the words that were spoken to you? What were you told about yourself, about life? What are the struggles you probably went through? Some of us probably had traumatic childhood incidences, you know, that you're still battling out as we try to adult. Yeah, just be aware of that as well. And I know all of us have switched off our video probably apart from me. You can give yourself a little hug. Just give yourself a little squeeze. Yeah, the fact that you have been faithful, you've been there for yourself. I know your brand is still alive because of your resilience, just sticking in with it. Yeah, and some of us probably it's something, maybe you had a smooth childhood, everything was rocking when you're growing up. And then maybe it was teenagehood, maybe it was college, maybe it was young adulthood, maybe it's right now, you know, that you feel like things are not together. And I want you to be aware of that as well. Yeah, just be aware of your concerns. What are your concerns? What are your greatest concerns today when you woke up? And even being here, what are the things that are coming up in terms of emotions? You're probably trying to push back or just trying to walk by. Yeah, be aware of that as well. I just want you to breathe in and out and in and out and in and out and in and out. And I want you to allow yourself to feel calm. You have to just feel calmness. Regardless of what is happening, just allow yourself to feel calm. And allow yourself to also feel that you are enough. That you're enough, even where you are today with your brand, that you're enough, that you've been doing your best. You know that you're your best, that it's really taken a lot for you to just come to where you are. It may not be your ideal place, probably this is not your dream destination. Yeah, but to just appreciate yourself, to just encourage yourself and affirm yourself. Because we always need to ride on positive energy to go to where we want, where we desire, where we're destined to be. Yeah, so allow yourself to feel grateful. Yeah, just feel grateful. It's just something even about smiling that usually adds some positive emotions within. You know, just smile. Allow yourself to feel grateful. Just feel it as a warmth that is coming from the top of your head. You know, like just some warmth, and it's coming to your shoulders and to your hands. Yeah, I know today is a very cold day. You have to just imagine warmth. Yeah, but there you are. It's just beautiful that most of the things that we'll create in our lives will start from our mind. That is why, as a man thinketh, so is he. These are just thoughts that we are having to engage ourselves and to just ground ourselves even as we are here together. Yeah, so allow yourself to feel warmth that is going to your chest, to your tummy, to your legs, up to your feet. Yeah, and then breathe in, breathe out. and just feel grateful. And I just want each one of us, probably you have your phone or you have a notebook, you can just write something you're grateful for. Yeah, about your life. It has nothing to do with here, like just your own brand, how far you've come in terms of the things you've overcome, in terms of the resilience in your life, in terms of the many things, just one thing that you're grateful for, even as you're here together with us. What are you grateful for? Yeah, just note that. One of the things I'm always grateful for is that I was a teenager who did not give up. Yeah, and every time, even right now, as I'm building this brand for women, there are days I've woken up and I'm just like, what the hell? Maybe I should get a job and get a life. Especially sometimes it was really tough. To just be here and being part of WIP, which is such a great privilege, and still working on Women Arise. It takes many days of waking up and coming back and fighting on. And probably some of us, we feel like we don't have any more fights. Yeah, probably you're feeling like, yeah, really I should call it a day, or probably I've been up to here and then I don't feel like it's really adding up. And that is a place that probably even James has felt, and everybody who's building a big brand, probably even someone like Zuckerberg. I'm sure we all have those days that are not really motivated. And I know some of us who are here, we are employed. Yeah, so probably this is all you're doing, like probably employment is what you're doing full time. I'm actually in a space where I am employed and still building my brand. And I think it's very exciting, though it's just stretching my capacity really. Yeah, but to just appreciate where you are. And I want you to know in Women Arise and in WIB, Women in Business, we really celebrate you. We just appreciate you even for coming here, because this is a sign that you want to keep on growing your brand. And so what I want us to do, I want us to throw the fireworks at each other. Yeah, so you'll go to the reaction, and then whatever we threw, whether it's the party bubbles or whatever it is, I want you to throw it for the other woman who is here. That it took courage, it's an investment. Yeah, some of us probably, you're on that bundle that is going to last for 1 hour and you're out. Yeah, thank you. Decorate the screen. Yeah, just throwing this at the other woman and just telling them, I believe in you. I'm so glad you're here to hang out together with us. Yeah, just throwing it. Let me throw mine. In case you haven't, it's not too late. Go ahead and throw this. And then I want you to also, go ahead. And then I want us to throw also love, in terms of you promising yourself you'll be patient with yourself, you'll be kind to yourself, even as you're building your brand and as you're working on your dreams. Yeah, Wangeshi has already gotten it. So let us throw the love. And this is for you. Like, I will love myself. I will love myself through the failures. Yeah, sometimes the disappointments. Yeah, it looks so pretty with red everywhere. Yeah, that I'm promising to love myself and to stick myself through the thick and the thin of building my brand and becoming. Yeah, because there's some days there's nothing to inspire you. You're just riding on commitment and faith. And so throw it for yourself. Throw love, 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 love. Yeah, I can see them flying in pretty fast. Such a powerful moment to just be together. And I know we've come in at different timings, and yeah, Shiko, I want you to give me a signal that Muthoni is here. Yeah, I know she'll be here by 7, so that I don't take up too much of her time. Yeah, so just check with her and let me know. Yeah, Muthoni is the founder of Women in Business, and she's going to tell us amazing things about WIB. Yeah, WIB is a brand that really respected in Kenya for just inspiring women, especially when we were meeting in person and just having conferences, having events, having SOCOs together. It was really fun. By then I was not really totally in WIB. Yeah, but it's a brand that I really admire and respect. And I know even going back, I don't know how many of us are WIB members and part of this. Yeah, but this is also something you can find out more details. I know Shiko will fill us in on the chat as well, in terms of how we can connect on the WIB end. Yeah, and so just going back to the conversation we had, I want to throw it back here. First of all, because these stats are so important, just for all of us, and of course for, I can see Rachel is here. So honored to have you. It takes, a lot of humility and honor. Even Ingrid is here, that they're speakers for sessions that are not today. And they're just here hanging out with us. We really see you, we celebrate you, and just appreciate you and applaud you. So I want to do from current slide. I just wanted to throw my screen. here. And I want us to just do a real-time survey for us who are here right now. Yeah, in terms of just where you are, even as James is preparing tomorrow and Ingrid is here and Rachel is here, so that they can just be thinking about you. So I want us to go on the chat, and I want you to
I think we can continue. I'm not so sure if perhaps it's still on. But anyway, great stuff, great stuff. As we wait for perhaps to come on, maybe you can also be sharing some of your lessons, that you've picked so far, and also what you're hoping to learn. But you can share some of the lessons that you've picked so far. This Zoom is always quite interesting. So it's always about figuring things out. And yes, Paps is back. Continue, Paps. You're muted.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, my son just decided to unplug our Wi-Fi. That is one of our brands. He's really trying to shoot down the bigger brands. Anyways, just on a light note, yeah, but he was just been told he had unplugged the Wi-Fi, so I was trying to get in on the phone, but here we are. James, feel free to go on.
Oh yes, in fact, I was just alerting them. I realized you had dropped out, so I just kicked in, and I was just alerting the friends who are on board that can also share on the chat what's coming up so far, the learnings and the lessons so far. But you can continue.
Yeah, so I think I was on this space. Yeah, let's please share. Just keep on sharing. I think we all appreciate feedback, and I know even you guys. Yeah, feedback always encourages, and of course, it just inspires to know that you're together. Yeah, what would you like me to say today? Oh, Mary is here, and we are so privileged to have her. Mary, we actually want to know how you build the WIB brand. Yeah, I know it's a group effort. Yeah, but just the inspiring brand it is. Like, where did it come from? What has been inspiring you and keeping you going? I was just sharing before you came in how sometimes I felt like just closing business on Woman Arise, despite James really lecturing me and almost kicking me out of his office for not starting. And then years later, sometimes it has those down moments. And of course, as a vision bearer, I know for WIB as well, there's been those down times. So today we just want to hear the WIB story and probably what inspires you and what the brand proposition is. I know it's amazing things, including advocacy. I remember when I came on WIB, there's a lady who was sharing her story, and she was saying that she actually has a media house, and so she'd been stuck, like in terms of documentation. I think the bureaucracy of getting the proper documentation for you to get on the airwaves is really a complex space. And she said she'd been trying for 4 years. And then when she joined WIB, I think a month later, everything was coming together. And within the following month, she had actually gotten the documents, because WIB also does advocacy, especially for women businesses. And so for me, that was very touching to just see a real success story, not giving testimony that they've been coached to, just having a conversation here. I think that time we'd gone with the Kiambu women rep to do some donation somewhere, and then she was one of the people who came along. So it was just a natural conversation. I was like, okay, so how has WIB experience been for you? And then she shared that, and I was like, wow, that is so inspiring, especially on something that despite having money, sometimes you don't still access things. Yeah, so Mary, just tell us what's inspired you to get on WIB. I know WIB is probably a bigger network. We want to hear all that juicy story. Yeah, so feel free to go on. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much, and I'm so grateful to see Mr. Kulundu. Hi.
Hello. We've shared many
Yeah,
stages,
Mr.
Mary.
Karondo.
We've
Mhm.
shared
Kalondo, hi. How are you?
super good. Always amazed by
Yes,
the
yes.
energy and the work and the inspiration, gathering people and the
Amazing,
energy
amazing to
that is
see you.
always there. And we,
But
of course,
karibu sana Kiambu County.
we've shared many
So,
stages, and I'm happy to be here.
yes. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry I will have to stay on video because I'm still stuck on the road. Apparently, I was on a stretch of about 500 meters and I thought I would be home by 7. And since the time we chatted with you, can you imagine I had not moved an inch? So I hear in Kangemi there's a very bad accident, and we pray to God that those people are okay. So probably the traffic has just jammed all the roads. So apologies, but once I get to a clearer place where there's light and all that, I am gonna put on my video for those who we have not met. My name is Mary Modoni, and I am excited once more to be here in Kiambu County. Kiambu is one of our leading branches in Women in Business, and PAPS has really done an amazing job transforming women, ensuring that their capacity is building in one way or another. Let me give you a story. I run a school. My school is called St. Petro Premier School. Somebody told me to be starting with that because I always forget to market myself. I market everybody else, then I forget to market myself. Maybe Kalondo, I need to come for coaching. So I started my school in Embu in the year 2012. That is when it was established. Nice structures, a swimming pool, state of the art, everything was perfect. And I remember the construction ended at around March, April of 2012, I guess, if I'm not very wrong. So when you finish with the construction, I'm assuming this is a shop. When you finish with the construction, what happens next? You put in the goods. Huh? You put in the goods, you buy the goods or the services or the human resource to run the place, etc. So here I am, pretty Mary, who has set up a big school in the middle of Embu County. Embu County is a small county. And here I am, I do not have even a single student. Can you figure out that? You've used all the money you thought you had, but I don't have a single student. And in May, I had to admit, I admitted one student, thinking that the others will see how beautiful the place is and come. They didn't come. Sorry. Nobody else came. I put an advert that April in the Nation newspaper. I still remember. It cost me 150,000 shillings. My friend, I got 1,500 applicants, job applicants, and no student came. Not even a parent asking. Hakuna, none. Can you look at me? Can you look at my frustrations? Can you look at, now, In May, I have one student who is actually a local. So he's not boarding. He was in grade 2. So he was not boarding. He was being dropped in school. But guess what? The parents were expecting me to feed that child, pay the teacher, pay the cook, pay the cleaner, pay everybody else. I am talking to startups and entrepreneurs who are continuing. There are mistakes that you must never do when women in business is alive. There are some mistakes you cannot be allowed to do, like what I did. And some of these mistakes, they may not come in the sense, you know, they will not come dressed the way mine came. That I didn't plan that in one way or another, I should have a small budget to market or to have a few students here and there. You know, that I did not expect the shock that was glaring at me closing up before I even started. So I had to think very quickly and rebrand and bring myself to the level that, yes, you are a startup and there are challenges that you must go through. And one of the things that I quickly did was to get into a small partnership with a financier. A partnership to give me operations money. And why they gave me the operations money is because the land I was building on was mine. What if you do not have the collateral? And that is where most of us are having problems. What do you do? So my point in this, when you are rebranding, do not say so and so did it and she succeeded. That is not your story. That is not your story. Create your story. Every business has a storyline. Every business woman has a story around why you started something and where you are heading. If you don't start a business by creating that story and planning for the unforeseen circumstances, that is when that is why we are having so many startups dropping even before the 3rd birthday of their businesses. So how do you bring yourself to the level that you are acceptable to the market? I'll continue with this story a little on what I did to even get more students. 1, I became my own champion. Nobody will champion your vision better than you can do it. You can only bring in people who can buy into your vision and feel you, but they will never be you. You are still the best marketer for yourself. You're still the best person, the first cheerer of yourself, unless you're not the one who created the story, unless somebody gave you that company and you're running it. Your vision, your mission, you can articulate them at the very best. So what I did, I took my very self and I would go to every networking forum, may it be in Embu or Nairobi. I never missed any, as long as I was free at that particular time. But I also created time for what was important, like women in business. And when I got to that meeting, I ensured that I spoke. And when I spoke, I said that I have a school. And that school is very good and is the best. I always made sure that I never said niko na kashule. That one never came in by my vocabulary. I told everybody I have set up the very best school in Mount Kenya region, and it is the very best. Hakuna shule ingine imepita hiyo. Kwanza I used to go asking people, mumesikia hii shule? Sometimes I would never say I'm the owner, but I would go asking people, have you heard about this new school? You know, so I championed myself from the word go and ensured that people bought into it, that it is a good school and it is somewhere that you're comfortable taking your child, and it is home away from home. Within the end of that term, there were people who are asking, can I bring my child tomorrow? Because the whole of that term, I had one child. And you can imagine, by the end of the term, I was wondering, na huyu mzazi, huyu mtoto, kutakuwa aje? You see? So you are your cheerer. You're the first, number one cheerer of your own company. Number two, you must plan which direction that you want to go. Initially, I set up my school to be a border, an all border and no day scholars, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want those kids coming in the morning, dragging their bags, no. But as I progressed, I realized sometimes you may think that you have set the very best. You must be able to be dynamics to the intelligence or the market intelligence that is there for your company. When you're planning, put it in mind that something might change tomorrow. So which other direction do I take? And after 1 year, I had to introduce the day scholars. Put it in your mind that COVID could come or anything else could strike the country, a disaster. And you have set out your plans. So are you going to close up because the things are not going to as planned? No. Become dynamic. Yes, you must plan, but at the same time, you must become dynamic. Thirdly, network is very key. But I always tell people, when you network, don't just pick business cards and think that that is your network. One of my bosses, okay, I have bosses also, and especially people who I look up to, he keeps telling me that if you don't call somebody 3 times in a week or thereabout, then they're not your friends. Because when you don't call someone, it means you have nothing in common. So you don't converse many times because you have nothing in common. So again, when you pick a business card from somebody, and there you are, have you contacted that person? Have you tried to build a relationship with that person? If you don't have a relationship with someone, you will not be calling that person. You will only wait until you need that person, but it might be too late. The person may not be remembering you. So network, but build credible networks. Ensure that you build a relationship with your network. I am sure in Women in Business, as Pat is saying, we are able to help you build up your network in a very good way. We are able to connect you with the networks that you may not have. I know the lady she's talking about of Kemori FM. She came to my office and she bumped into one of the members in the office. And apparently that one member is the one that I linked her with. And within no time, the licenses she had been looking for so long, she got them in a week. Network with a purpose. gain credible networks. People who will not just call you and ask you, hello. They will not bother to know how your business is doing, and you're calling them your networks. So that is very, very critical. The last thing that I know is when you are looking for, when you have an idea, generate an idea that is not general. Generate an idea that has a niche. Know your niche. What is your niche? What do you like doing most? What's your passion? Then how do you put some flowers around it to ensure that nobody else beats you in your idea? Today, I get very many people who go to China, come back with clothes, and the first call they make is you. Or even Turkey. How many of you wear Turkey dresses like myself? But you see, there are so many people selling them. So what makes your, sorry. So here I am. So what makes your dresses or what makes your shop to be so unique such that everybody just wants to buy from you? Is it because of the pricing? Is it because of the quality? Is it because of the location? What is your niche? Who is your client? Today, if I wanted to start a school in Nairobi, I'll tell you for a fact, if I am not starting an IGCSE, I will not start it in Lavington. I'll not start it in Runda. I'll not start it in Karen, because those are parents whose direction is either in the British system, British curriculum, US curriculum, or any other foreign curriculum. So when you get to know who is your clientele, then you're able to push yourself to your niche and find your landing. If you're selling clothes today, and probably the person next door is selling the same clothes, maybe the folding, even the way you fold them, the way you hang them, it may be attractive to your client, to your customer, sorry. Very, very small, but they're very pertinent issues that every other person must follow or must think about. In Women in Business, we are very keen about some of those very, very small things. And I believe Pat is one of the chairs who is doing an amazing job in her county to ensure such things are elevated. We are keeping on telling the women, be above everybody else, be above your competitor. But how do you become to be above your competitor if you yourself have not competed? You're not presenting yourself as a competition to any other person. Unajua kuna yule msichana hata ukiona, when you have your boyfriend around, you start saying, "Ai, huyu asikuja karibu sana," you know. Huyu asikuja karibu sana. She might as well spoil my market. So that is simply what we are talking about. If you dress well so that you can look better or presentable to any other, so is your business. That your business must always be above everybody else and also marketable to any caliber. I think I'll tell you what I did for my school, because I wanted to be above everybody else. I offered services that are unique to the environment. Services that can the kids can only afford when they come to Nairobi. So that the Nairobi child will feel comfortable coming down there, and the child in Embu will feel privileged to be in that place, you know, that I will not be carrying the children to the restaurants, to the hotels, to go and swim there. They have the services there. If it is skating, they have the best of the court for skating alone. They can skate comfortably without going to the road, the tarmac. So again, the same case with that. In Women in Business, we shall help you market your goods, find your market, find your partners, at the same time, help you build on your capacity, be it in financing, be it in skill building. And when we talk about skill building, we are talking about sympathy, even as simple as you look at it as negotiations. When you go to negotiate for a tender, how do you come out of there with the tender without necessarily parting with anything else, but just your brain? We are also very keen about networking you and ensuring that you're getting the credible network and the right people to be in your sector. We are keen also on financial inclusivity, that you can be able to partner you with the right people, whether it is the SACCO, the banks, or any other person. We want women to stop going to the Shylocks, because Shylocking has finished women businesses. Ask me, I will tell you. I can give you the statistics. It is not working. So we must have other ways of financing our businesses, other than going for somebody who will give you and you pay that money triple or even 4 times. And we are also very keen about policy. If there are things that are bothering you at the county level, we will be ready to speak to you, speak to the government of the day, either the county government or the national government, through the leadership that we have at the county level, or any other person for issues to do with policy and advocacy. I hope I've not taken a lot of time, Pat, and I hope my chat with you has been informative. I am sure we will be there tomorrow, and the following day, I will be there with more stories of women in business. Thank you very much. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you, Mary. Very inspiring. Can we give her the fireworks? Yeah, just fill the screens again. These are a little way of celebrating people virtually. Right now, we'll be clapping madly. We were in a conference together. Yeah, good. Yeah, they're even high fives. Thank you, Platinum. Yeah, let's throw all of them all out. And yeah, this is just a beginning of 3 wonderful and amazing days. We are so glad you came. Please invite another lady. Yeah, I know there are so many people who would probably benefit by being here. Tomorrow, don't come alone. Yeah, bring a friend. And Rose Omango, good to see you. Let me just acknowledge the other WIB leaders that are here. Yeah, Rose Omango, you can just unmute and say hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Rose.
Yeah, I'm so happy to be around, and we'll be there tomorrow and the other day. Thank you.
Good job. And I can see Faith is here, Faith Chalangat, saying an awesome session, joining in early tomorrow with friends. Come on, Faith. Yeah, we are looking forward to have you again, and yeah, inviting your friend again. And then Shiko, Shiko is saying, I would never get tired of listening to Mary, always inspires. I totally agree. I just love her articulations. They're always so encouraging and very authentic. Yeah, we appreciate you, Mary. Anyone else? Yeah, Rachel Mbogo, good to see you, and we're really looking forward to your time up. Yeah, she also has an amazing brand that we'll get to hear about on Wednesday. Yeah, Ingrid is also here. Yeah, Ingrid, we really celebrate you. Ingrid will be sharing tomorrow. She's an amazing coach, and you'll be hearing all about the work she's doing. And one of the things we love inviting coaches in Kiambu, it's because sometimes it's just mindset. Some of us have capital, we have network. Sometimes we have everything, but we just stuck on beliefs. And so we are here to encourage you, to inspire you, and to just journey with you. And of course, James will be here again tomorrow. Yeah, Ingrid is appreciating you, James. Yeah, Mary and Paps for the wonderful session. Yeah, we are so grateful as well. So I think we will just call it a day from there. So what we normally do in Kiambu, we usually put a song and then you can hang around and listen to it as you just take it in. And meanwhile, I'll also want you to just share your feedback in terms of what is your take home. Yeah, I can see the appreciations are all coming in. We will download them and just, share them in other days and in other forums. Yeah, just as we come together at some point. Yeah, but then we plan to have a get together. Yeah, for Kiambu, and Kiambu is near Nairobi. So if you're here and you're from Nairobi, don't feel bad. You're still welcome to keep on coming. Kiambu and Nairobi are family. They are cousins. Yeah, so James, are you in Kiambu or Nairobi?
I'm based in Nairobi, but I'm from Kiambu, and I keep going to Kiambu every other week.
See how we are donating great people to the world from Kiambu. I'm also not from Kiambu originally, but I'm married in Kiambu, and yeah, also where I work is in Kiambu, and yeah, I've done amazing programs in Kiambu as well. Yeah, so we appreciate you. If you're not from Kiambu, don't feel like you're out of place. This is a space for all of us. Just keep on coming. When we shall have an event, we shall let you know. I hope everyone has shared their email address. If you haven't, please make sure you do. And the number that Shiko has shared, because we'll be sharing all these resources to you. After the coaches have gone through and everything, we will share this with you so that you can keep track, probably even on the days you're probably so into something you didn't hear the whole conversation. Yeah, we are recording all this and we'll be able to put it in your hands through your email. Yeah, so please make sure you share your email addresses. You can share them on the chat right now. You can DM me directly, or Shiko. You will see Shiko Weeb. You can also DM Jen. Jen is here. She's the amazing lady who helps me plan the Weeb in Kiambu. Yeah, and we really, really appreciate each one of you. So I'm going to just read your names. We love honoring people with their own identities. So thank you, James, for being here. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Shiko. Thank you, Kathy. Faith Chalangat, we appreciate you. And Florence Kirubi, and Anne Komira, and Catherine Muimi, and Immaculate, we appreciate you. And Eve and Ingrid Kruita. And Ingrid, you'll just have to tell us how to pronounce your name tomorrow. We need some coaching on that as well. And then Julie Mbathi, and Lydia, we appreciate you. And Mary, we really, really, really thank God for you, just being the brain behind all this that we are doing. Monica Gashuha, thank you for being the courageous chick to share today. And more as well, and Joki and Platinum Honey, we appreciate you. Rachel Bogo, so good to see you and looking forward to your vibe on Wednesday. And Rose Omango, we appreciate you as well. She's the leader of We've been Baringo, yeah, Baringo County. And Samsung, we appreciate you. And Sarah Onchagu, did I say it nicely? Onchangu. And then Shiko Shikuku, we appreciate you. Susan Kagiri, we appreciate you. Toshiba's iPhone, we appreciate you. Thank you guys for taking time and just investing your time in this. We really honor you. Yeah, and we look forward to see you tomorrow again. So if you need to leave, come and work on duty. Maybe you're the one who is the chef. Yeah, feel free to run along. And yeah, James is laughing here because his meal is just, anangoja tu kuambiwa kuja ukule. Yeah, the rest of us, we know the drill.
In fact, I'm so grateful.
James, you are lucky. We envy you. Yeah, and all of us, we celebrate you for what you are doing. Please let us know also about your careers and everything. Yeah, we, by the way, is for business people, and we also inspire professionals. And even in Kiambu, we shall be having sessions where we focus on professional issues, because we know those are important too. And James has already mentioned some of them, like imposter syndrome. Some of us are in top positions in the corporate world, but you keep on thinking like you're a fake. You keep on feeling like, am I a fake? Am I pretending? Do I even deserve to be here? Do I deserve this office? Yeah, and we are going to be handling that as well. So don't feel out of place if you're a professional. And of course, one of the things I remember last time when you're having this conversation, it is to encourage us to think of ourselves as employpreneurs. You know, you're an employee who is also negotiating their terms. You know, you are there by right, and you're not just, employed and at someone's mercies, but you're also there and you're sharing your skills and selling them profitably. Yeah, and James, when he's talking about harnessing your brilliance, it's also in the corporate spaces. Yeah, so please just keep on coming, and amazing things are lined up for you every month. Yeah, and we will be sharing more details towards Wednesday in terms of our way forward. Sawa, God bless you, ladies. God bless you, gentlemen. If there's another one besides James, I'm going to throw a song here. If you want to hang around, please do. If you need to run, yeah, go ahead, and then we'll see you tomorrow. Let's log in on time, be here at 6 so that we can just start on time. Like we are planning to be starting on time. So by 6, we log in, and then by 6:10, we start our session. So just try to give yourself that 10 minutes, and then let's roll. Mary, we can see now you're in a better lit place. Yeah, you're home. Yeah, thanks for just sacrificing to join in and still share despite the lighting and all. All right. This is Jen. Okay, Jen, I'll sort you out later. So let me throw in a song. Yeah, and then the ones who want to leave, please feel free to go ahead. I want to put the Oceans song. There you go.